And I am back once again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Chris Black's NJPW Report. I am your host, the natural Chris Black of the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast, independent professional wrestler, and everybody's favorite narcissist. Yes, I am back for another round of the G1 Climax tournament, the greatest tournament in all of professional wrestling, which is why it gets a very special edition on Chris Black's NJPW Report. I am back to cover everything that went down on night 8. We are back on the B block. Once again, never the B team, just the B block. But before we get into the action, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. Let me know that you love these reviews that I do. I'm putting in that work. I'm trying to become the top man when it comes to all things New Japan Pro Wrestling. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get right to the action. The night starts out with some action from the C block, hashtag C block. We have Young Lions, Yota Tsuji taking on Gabriel Kidd. So starting out, really hard lockup. You know, these matches are some of the most realistic because it actually looks like an athletic competition. Every move takes effort, and there's a struggle not to be overtaken by your opponent. In other words, it doesn't look choreographed. Both of these men are really showcasing their mat wrestling ability, and for the first time I saw a lot of moves that the Young Lions have not utilized before. Kidd was the first one to strike. Tsuji responded by going right after Kidd's legs, hooks him in for that single leg crab, but Kidd got to the ropes to break the hold. Kidd, along with his strikes, seems to even overpower Tsuji. You know, I thought Tsuji was supposed to be the powerhouse and the striker of the Young Lions. Tsuji was able to power out of a butterfly suplex into a power slam and then attempted a Boston Crab, but Kidd powered out and placed Tsuji in a Boston Crab. Keeping him in the middle of the ring, Tsuji fights hard after 3 attempts to get to the rope. After some more back and forth strikes, Tsuji locks in another Boston Crab, who escapes with a roll-up. With 30 seconds left, Tsuji hits a vicious spear, and here comes the strikes, and the bell rings for the time limit draw. For the first time in the entire tournament, we get our first time limit draw. And of course, it's the Young Lions. Moving on to tournament action, we have Juice Robinson taking on Yano. Oh, Jesus. Here comes the shenanigans right off the back. Yano offers Juice a t-shirt, but then tries rolling him up when he puts it on. He sprays Juice with sanitizer after turning the ref. Tries for another cheap pin. Juice on the outside pours sanitizer all over Yano's face. Yano runs into the ring, goes after the padding. Juice stops him from using it, and Yano retreats back to the outside. Juice Robinson rips off Yano's shirt a la Hulk Hogan and goes out after him, gets Atomic dropped, and his legs taped together. Okay, so the sight was kind of comical, but we had Juice hopping back to the ring like some kind of demented bunny, but he does beat the count. Even with his legs tied up, he still delivers a full Nelson bomb, and then he frees himself of the tape. He starts to give Yano some of them Juice Robinson jabs. Yano tries to low blow Juice, but it doesn't work, and after reversing a reverse roll-up, he gets the 3 count in 6 minutes 42 seconds. Juice Robinson picks up 2 points. Not too much shenanigans from Yano, but, you know, he's got to try. Alright, in the next match, we have Hiroki Goto taking on Zack Sabre Jr. And man, I'm looking at that shoulder all taped up, and I'm thinking that is nothing but a target for Zack, and he is going to exploit it every chance he gets. Zack seems really ready and confident for this match. Maybe it's because of the shoulder. So we see a little bit of chain wrestling as Zack goes right after the arm. He kicks Goto and shoves the ref. I understand why you would risk getting a disqualification when you have the advantage, but that's Zack for you. Goto chops with his left hand because his right is just no good. Zack is able to lock in an octopus hold, really cranking on the arm and shoulder. Zack really seems to be having his way with Goto. Then after nailing a PK kick, Goto pops right up and delivers a very hard lariat, putting him down. Wanting to end the match, Goto sets up the GTR, but Zack hooks in a European leg clutch for a quick 3 count. 3 minutes 59 seconds, very short match. And unfortunately, I'm thinking that arm is going to be a target for the remainder of the tournament. In the next match, we have Tanahashi taking on Yoshi-Hashi. You know, Yoshi has been having a pretty good run during this tournament. I have to admit, I kind of didn't think that he was going to perform as well as he has been. Of course, they showcased some good chain wrestling in the opening. Yoshi surprisingly goes after Tanahashi's knees. However, Tanahashi does become a lot more aggressive, but this is a different Yoshi who seems a lot more determined. Yoshi puts Tanahashi down with a running power bomb, but he's able to recover and delivered a nice straight jacket German suplex. Tanahashi jumps up for the high fly flow, but Yoshi gets his knees up and both men are still down. They start getting up and exchange forearm strikes with Yoshi coming out on top. Again, Yoshi is just really surprising me. I can't believe that he's going toe-to-toe with Tanahashi. He locks in the butterfly lock. Tanahashi is struggling to get to the rope, but Yoshi is doing a really good job keeping him in the middle of the ring. He transitions it into a sleeper, but when he gets too close to the rope, he nails a backcracker. Yoshi goes to set him up for karma, but it is reversed into a twist and shout by Tanahashi, putting him down. Tana delivers some dragon leg screws, then sets up the clover leaf. But Yoshi twists out of it and rolls Tana for a close 2 count. As he gets up, Yoshi nails a dragon suplex, followed by the double knees for another close 2 count. He picks up Tanahashi for the karma, but Tanahashi is fighting out of it. He hits a sling blade, goes for another high cross body, then a high fly flow for the pin at 18 minutes, 41 seconds. Again, another good showing by Yoshi-Hashi, even though he did come up short and did not pick up any points. Each man showed respect for the other combatant. Oh, the next match, here we go. We have Kenta challenging Evil. It is Bullet Club versus Bullet Club. If I remember correctly, Kenta beat Evil in last year's G1. So in this match, we not only have Bullet Club member versus Bullet Club member, but we also have both winners of the New Japan Cups facing off. Evil winning the regular New Japan Cup, Kenta winning the New Japan Cup USA. You know, looking at Evil at the start of this match, he looks real suspect, like he's got something up his sleeve. Kenta tries to throw up the 2-sweep, but Togo and Evil just ignored him and did a 2-sweep for themselves. Kenta rolls out, taking his time, and he quickly whispers something in Togo's ear, looking like Kenta's trying to make some side deals. Evil goes on the attack, but is stopped by a boot by Kenta, sending the fight to the outside. Kenta is in control at this time and keeps trying to get Togo to take cheap shots at Evil. So he's sitting there holding him like, Togo, hit him. Don't you know Togo is Evil's boy? I don't understand why he thinks that Togo was going to turn on Evil. I mean, regardless that they're both Bullet Club members, Togo has kind of been in Evil's corner ever since he turned. So I don't know why, again, I don't understand why Kenta thought that Togo was going to do anything different. They go back to the inside. Kenta continues on top, beating down Evil. Kenta hits the rope, but is tripped and dragged out by Togo, which gives Evil the opportunity to jump Kenta from behind. Oh my God. Evil wrapped up Kenta's arm in a chair and then slams it into the post. So as you see, Evil's taking no prisoners during this match. When he rolls in, Evil quietly removes the turnbuckle padding without the referee seeing. He goes right after the arm of Kenta and rams him shoulder first into the exposed buckle. He puts Kenta into armbar looking for a submission, but Kenta gets to the rope and the hold has to be broken. Evil now starts taunting Kenta, which fires Kenta up, and he takes Evil down with a big boot. Dick Togo distracts Kenta so Evil can once again regain control and throws Kenta into the exposed buckle again. Eventually, as always, the ref is taken down when Kenta charges Evil. He starts calling for Dick Togo again, rolls outside, grabs the briefcase, and then nails Dick Togo with it. He rolls into the ring and then nails Evil with the briefcase, climbs to the top rope and nails a top rope double stomp, followed by a psycho knee. Kenta starts calling for the go to sleep, but Evil reverses it into a darkness falls. Evil sets him up for everything is evil, but then Kenta escapes, gives him 7 hard open hand slaps that put Evil down, picks him up for the go to sleep, spots Togo on the apron, brings him in the hard way, goes to deliver the GTS on Togo, who grabs the ref and Evil low blows him. Then here comes Everything is Evil and the match is over, 15 minutes 40 seconds. Is there no honor in the Bullet Club? you would have thought these two were part of warring factions. Obviously, there's going to be more to this story. Now on to the main event, where we have another faction versus faction match, where Tetsuya Naito is taking on Sanada. So we have LIJ versus LIJ, and they are in Sanada's home arena. Now if this was WWE, you would know that Sanada would be losing this match. Sanada, starting out, looks extremely focused, and he needs to be. He's 0-3 right now, and he really needs to win. Things are looking kind of positive for Sanada because he did beat the reigning champ Okada in last year's G1. So can he repeat it this year? There's no feeling out process, as both of these men are very familiar with each other. This is more like a chess game. The commentators mentioned that Naito has never lost to another member of LIJ before. The match starts to get a little more physical as the match goes on to the outside. Naito takes advantage, tossing Sanada's back into the ring and into the guardrail. Throws him back into the ring. Naito puts the boots to Sanada, then locks in that leg full Nelson type submission of his. Naito is very calm and seems to be in total control. Red Shoes refused the pin attempt with a knee on Sanada. We know that Red Shoes don't play that. You have to be body-to-body contact in order for him to count a pin. Naito starts taunting Sanada with his foot on his face. He continues working the neck and shoulders, softening him up for a Destinos. Sanada gets a break when he drop kicks Naito's leg. Naito rolls out. Sanada delivers a plancha to the outside, almost missing Naito. It isn't long before Naito regains control of the match. Naito goes for the top rope Frankensteiner, but Sanada slips down and drop kicks Naito right into the post. If you watch this part of the match, Naito took a really sick bump face first onto the post. It looked really sick. I thought he was going to bust himself open the hard way. Sanada climbs to the top and delivers a devastating neckbreaker onto his knee, followed up by a tiger driver. Naito starts to fight him off with elbows to the neck and shoulder, softening him up for a Destinos. He hits the top rope Rana. Both men fight a little bit more. Sanada is able to hit a TKO, taking both men down. We are now at the 20-minute mark. They start trading forearms as they start to get up. This continues as they get to their feet. Sanada nails a second rope moonsault right into the skull end and starts to swing him as he locks it down once he gets to the ground. He releases the hold and goes for a Muda moonsault, but Naito moves out the way. He runs and hits a Destino, which was kind of sloppy, but he did manage to get a close 2 count. He picks up Sanada for a Valencia, but Sanada turns it into a Destino of his own. Sanada delivers not 1 but 2 moonsaults and surprisingly gets the pin, 27 minutes and 8 seconds. So Sanada finally is on the board. He gets 2 points. Not only that, he's beaten the leader of LIJ. And at the end of the match, we have Naito looking kind of suspect his damn self. But when Sanada puts up the LIJ fist, Naito hesitates for a little bit, but then he throws it up as well in solidarity. This is not Bullet Club. This is LIJ. The Brotherhood is much stronger. So picking match of the night was pretty hard for me. I had a lot of good matches to choose from, but I think I'm going to have to go with Evil versus Kenta, just because the ramifications of what may happen after this match probably is going to be a little more important. Plus, no one puts on a heel versus heel match like New Japan. Not only was this heel versus heel, but it was also faction member versus faction member, and they held nothing back, especially Evil. He did his usual dirty tactics, and Kenta, he should have been smarter. But like I said, I think the result of this match is going to have larger consequences as we go down the line, but that remains to be seen. Well, that'll do it for this episode, folks. I'm going to ask again, if you enjoyed the show, if you enjoy my reviews, please, I ask that you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You definitely are going to want to be notified whenever new episodes are uploaded. If you care to follow me on social media, there are links in the description for my Facebook, Instagram, as well as my Twitter. And while you're at it, show the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast some love. Links are in the description also for our podcast, YouTube channel, Facebook page, as well as our brand new Facebook group, the Saturday Night SlamCasters Slam Board. I want to thank you once again for tuning in to another edition of Chris Black's NJPW Report, and I will see you next time. Come get slammed.